was kind of like, okay, he's cute, so I'm kind of interested now. So
We went to my room. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, she kind of smells.
Hey,
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name's Harry.
and I'm Mandy.
And today we're going to be talking about how we met.
Perfect.
So as you know, we have an arranged marriage, and when we met, it was just a little bit awkward for both of us.
A little bit awkward.
It was a lot of bit awkward.
It was really awkward.
Okay, so
First of all, you didn't even know it was me, that I was the girl that you were supposed to be looking at, and you was too busy looking at my cousin.
my parents kept telling me to go to our local temple / church.
Why is it temple?
I don't know. Do we call it a temple? We don't call it.
Basically, it's a temple, but they call it a gurdwara. So it's a place where we go to pray to God.
And, they kept telling me to go there, and I refused. I didn't want to. I had other things to do. And
See where your priorities lie.
I was working, just, working on my car at my dad's shop, and she shows up with her family.
Can I just tell my side of the story now? So what happened was, I used to live with my aunt and uncle, and my auntie had told me that there was this guy that they were looking for me, which was this fool over here.
This fool, you can't say that. Real.
Basically, it was him, and they were saying that I'm gonna go to the temple to meet him. So we went to the temple. We normally go every Sunday. We went to the temple, and they told me that he never showed up. So what do you have to say about that? I wasn't really bothered anyways. My plan was to meet him and say no. I was like, basically meet him, hang out with him, and then tell my
Spend my
parents.
money.
No, just like meet you for the first time, and I was just gonna say no, because at the time I didn't want to get married.
Get some free lunch.
That's the honest truth. Anyway, and then the week after that, they told me that he was gonna be at the temple again. So I went with my aunt and my uncle, and then that's when I met everybody except for his brother and him, because he couldn't be bothered to turn up.
I don't go. I'm not that religious.
He doesn't really go that much. So
I have my reasons.
So I basically met his mom, his dad, and his sister-in-law, and they were just like sitting there at the table, like literally whispering about me, and it was really awkward because I was like, oh my god, these people I don't know are judging me. But I kind of was like, I felt kind of like awkward, like, oh my god, they're watching me. But then at the same time, I was like, who cares, because I'm not gonna say no to the guy anyways. Then they had arranged that I was gonna go to the shop, which is where Harry was working, because their family owns it, and I was gonna go meet him.
So this is how it goes. My parents weren't there. I was working. Out of nowhere, I get the phone call saying, hey, the family's coming, and they're gonna introduce the girl to you, and just sit down, and we'll be there as soon as possible. And I'm just like freaking out because I'm over there by myself. My brother shows up. I'm like, hey man, like, are they coming right now? And I was freaking out because my parents weren't there, and I don't want to act like an idiot, so I didn't. They showed up, and I didn't even go outside. I tried to hide inside, basically.
Really? You never told me that.
I didn't want to. I was just pretending like I was working, but I wasn't doing. I was taking off the tire and putting it back on, acting like I was doing something. And I called my dad. I'm like, hey, they're here. Like, where are you guys? Oh, don't worry, we're gonna be there. And like, seconds felt like minutes, and minutes were turning into hours.
So you was nervous to actually meet me?
I was really nervous. No, it wasn't just you. It was the whole family was there, and they're.
But why was you nervous to meet me if you didn't?
It's that feeling of getting judged. Yeah, and my parents weren't there.
Yeah,
you kind of, I don't know. You just need somebody to back you up and talk and stuff, because I wasn't gonna talk. Yeah.
If you hear any baby noises, because they're babies right here. Yeah.
So I'm just staying busy, staying away. My brother's sitting out there talking to everybody, and my parents finally show up, and mom comes out, and she's like, hey, come over here and meet her. So I'm like, all right. So there's this little table outside with an umbrella. Everybody's sitting there. I go over there, say hi, and I don't know who the freaking daughter is. They just said it was a daughter. If you look at her aunt, she's light-skinned, and then her daughter is dark-skinned, and she's light-skinned, obviously. So I thought that she was the daughter and the other girl, and I was like, I was like, okay, she's really short. I'm 6'2", and the other girl's like what, 5'2"? It's like I'm like a foot taller than her.
Yeah, she's pretty short.
And I had initially thought she was the daughter, but she turned out to be the niece. And we got to talking, and they were just like, oh, we're gonna come over your house because we haven't came over. And I was like, all right, we'll see what happens.
I noticed he wasn't looking at me when we first walked towards the table where the umbrella was. He was, wait, I didn't see him first. I saw his brother, and he said hello to us, and they were like, oh, where is the boy? And they were like, oh, his brother was like, oh, he's just in the back doing something. And then when I first saw, I actually like, if I close my eyes, it's kind of like embedded into my memory forever when I first saw him. So he had like a tire in his hand. I still remember every little detail. Like if I close my eyes, I can picture the image. He had a tire in his hand, and he was like dirty, obviously, because like car oil and stuff. And then he was holding a tire, and he was wearing a white shirt and black pants, and he just looked fine as hell. He said hello, but he didn't like really look at me or glance. And then I noticed he said hello to my cousin, and I was thinking, why does he keep looking at her? Does he like her or something? Is he attracted to her? Like, doesn't he know that I'm the girl? Like, I didn't think anything of it. I was kind of like, that's kind of weird. And then now, like after obviously we met, we're married and stuff, he tells me that he thought that my cousin was the girl. It's kind of funny. When we was talking at the table, we were sitting opposite each other because it was like a round table. Both of our families were sitting around the table.
Couldn't even make eye contact.
Opposite each other, and I would look at him, and he would look away. And then when I would feel him looking back, I would look away. It was like an Indian drama. Yeah, so when we went back home, basically, my aunt asked me like, "Oh, do you like him? Like, what do you think about him?" I was like, "Yeah, he's good looking, but I don't know him because like I haven't had a real conversation with him." And then, actually no.
Your battery's about to run out.
We went in. I have another battery. We went inside. I forgot about this. We went inside. Remember the room?
Oh,
and we started talking.
Yeah, we talked.
And we were trying to ask each other questions. And he was like, "Oh, you don't have nothing to ask me. You have nothing to ask me." And it was so like awkward because
I was asking questions like, "Oh, how do you feel about living here? How long have you lived here?" All kinds of questions. I had a million questions for her. And then I go, "Oh, do you want to ask me anything?" And she's just like, "No."
Because literally I knew everything that I had to know about him. He's from America. No, but like all the basic stuff, like basic facts. Like, okay, you go to this college, you study this, you're this old. Like, what else do I have to ask you except for conversate?
Like, oh, what do you like?
But I couldn't conversate with you though because it was just awkward because your brother was there, your sister-in-law was there, and my cousin was there. So it's like we couldn't even have like a proper conversation where we got to know each other without people staring at us. So when we went home, my aunt asked me like, "Oh, do you like him or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do from what I've seen of him, but I don't really know him. I would like to meet him again and have an actual conversation with him." So when I came over to his house, we had tea. We all sat down as a family at the table. And then his mom was like, "Oh, why don't you guys go upstairs and just like have a conversation?" So we went upstairs.
We had two living rooms downstairs. I don't know why she told us to go upstairs.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, you guys go upstairs and so you guys can be alone and like have a conversation without like us listening or watching." And I was like, "Okay." So we went upstairs to his room.
I had a girl in my room.
Yeah, it's probably the first time ever, huh?
Yeah.
So we went to his babe. So we went to his room and had a conversation. I don't remember now what we talked about.
She smells. That's what we talked about.
Oh, she farted again, dude. Oh. Ooh, oh. Oh my God.
Like worse than mustard gas. No, that ain't going away. We have to burn the house down.
So we went to his room and then we had a conversation, and I don't remember what we talked about, but I remember me laughing. I remember you was making me laugh and telling jokes, like making fun of stuff.
I remember it being hot and I was sweating.
Yeah, he's really like, his body's temperature is always really hot and he's always sweating.
Yeah, and then it was really hot and I remember the AC wasn't on. When she was about to go downstairs, I was like, "Oh, wait, was it? No, I got the number before, right?"
No, we was upstairs. I remember we was in the room.
Okay, when she was leaving,
I got her number. He was like, "Oh, let's exchange numbers," and I was like, "Oh, okay." But
and at this point, she didn't even know that I wasn't like. Why would I get your number if I wasn't?
I just thought you was being polite. I didn't know that you liked me. I was like, oh, "Okay, he just wants to get to know me."
And what's worse is her phone didn't work, or she gave me the wrong number or something because I was messaging.
My phone stopped working because I didn't pay my bill that month.
Oh, she didn't pay her bill that month.
I go home And I wait for like, how many days was it? Like 2-3 days, and I keep asking my cousin, like, why hasn't he messaged me?
I messaged her.
He doesn't like me.
Yeah, and on my side, I messaged her and she never replied, and I'm like, oh my god, she didn't reply. Like, she doesn't like me. Like, what was the point? And then I had my at the time sister-in-law message her on like message
on Facebook.
Message her or her cousin on Facebook.
I messaged her no, my cousin messaged her on Facebook and was like, hey, Mandy hasn't received any text messages from Harry, like what's going on? And she was like, oh, he did, and there was a miscommunication. And then I told him to download like WhatsApp, and then we started speaking on WhatsApp. I'm sorry.
We both thought, and it was her fault, we both thought that each other, like we didn't like each other.
Yeah.
And then it was her fault.
I was like for days like so butthurt, like, oh my god, he doesn't like me, why has he even messaged me, blah blah blah, but the whole time he hit me up.
That's this kind of stuff that ruins relationships. But he's so cute though.
Stop.
He's a cute little one. Then we texted for what, like a couple months?
Yeah, we hung out like a week after I came over to your house by myself. And your mama showed me cute baby pictures of you. All the cute like naked embarrassing ones. So cute. And then that's when we started hanging out and dating and going on dates and stuff.
And then I found out she had like 4 sisters and 1 brother, 5 siblings.
It's funny because I had to like teach him to remember the names.
Their names are like freaking...
They're all like similar.
It's like Santa Claus listing his freaking reindeers and shit. Indian Santa Claus. Jinder, Dwinder, Goo Goo, Manpree, Gurpree. Like, holy...
So that's our story about how we met each other. If you liked it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And make sure you hit the subscribe button because we're going to be doing a lot more videos. Thank you for watching. Peace.